All right. Let's unmute these things. Switch over. It's not the description. Start the YoC web app. Let's see. There we go. There we are. All right. We got Blazor. I'm gonna use the Mud Blazor framework. They kind of seem to be interesting. Let's see if we can pull it up. Come on, Mud Blazor. That's it. That's zero loading. That's really gonna work like that. I'm not getting blocked by anything. Alright, we'll go here and look at them. This. I don't know if they're really material design, but that's what they're claiming. Does support 9. Obviously, you can create your own project and throw their stuff in, but we're going to start with their template since they have one and it's a good starting spot. But it's kind of strange that their website's not loading. Okay, really? That now it's gonna load? Stupid cookie thing. Okay. But so yeah, their components look pretty nice. Easy to use. These stats are kind of bullshit. Whatever. Make sure this is running good. Yep. Sounds like we're working good on my phone there. So, obviously, yesterday I was thinking of doing more CSS stuff, but I kind of wanted to use these guys. This should be easy to kind of throw stuff together in this first project. We just want to get something working as fast as possible. So, we can start with these guys. Some icons. Decent enough forms. Kind of what we're expecting. Standard kind of grid thing going on here. Interesting charts. Kind of everything you need. I guess the one thing I might be looking for is Markdown. I thought there was yeah. A Markdown component. This is kind of display though, I think. That's the problem. I was hoping it was more of an editor. Hmm. I looked at this component library. The only problem is they want a lot of money. I mean, I could use the community, but they still require you to put in a license key to use even the free one. I kind of want this to be something other people could replicate without having to go get a license to these guys for Blazor components that are basically part of the normal components, so don't want to really use that. I had to look up my Markdown editor extension that I found. So the paid ones. Think Fusion wants you to pay, of course. This might be the one I was looking at. The only problem is I'm pretty sure this is pretty old. 3 years old, yeah. So different groups have kind of picked up this Markdown editor component. So keep it going, but is this the old one? Wish I'd say last updated. Oh, right there, 3 months ago. This might have been the one that I was looking into using on another thing. But nice editor. As you do all the basic stuff, kind of see the result as you do it too, which is kind of cool. Oh, we'll get to that. So let's get back to this. Creating our project. Year of Code app web. Year of Code app. The template only supports 8, but I think if we update it, it'd be fine. Authentication. Might as well use the built-in authentication. Do server, render mode, per page, includes of samples. This is a backwards checkbox. They have it fixed. Oh my god, get the right one here. Come on, OBS, let's see it. Okay. Doug heard to drive it. Somebody driving by and you have to bark about it. Okay. Oh. There we go. See what we're doing here. Get rid of this. Let's build it to make sure it runs. Yes, I trust it. Where'd you open it up? In the wrong browser. There we go. Here's our sample. Log in everything. Okay. Looks pretty good, right? Looks like it's all working, go. Okay. And we did it. We made our first thing, right? Not really. So we also need a new project, SQL database. Database. Because I have a pattern that I know that works pretty well, we're going to go ahead and use this. We need a class library. SQL. Models. Of course I had to start coughing. Okay. What do we want to call this? It's obviously a day, but is it a log item or is it a day? A day of code. Could be a day of code. That's pretty good. A dock. Yeah, let's go with a dock. Get all this crap out of there. Alright, so you want to use unique IDs that aren't numbers because, yeah, nano IDs. So they're strings. Okay, and then we go back to our year of code site. We have the goal, what was built, what was learned, and the what should be next is technically the next day's goal. So I have a day count, a date, a goal, a result, learned, and a summary. The summary could be long form markdown. These others are just longer strings, one sentence type of thing, so that they kind of yeah. It's the day number. So we got the day. Put this over here so I can see it, but not cover it up. We'll go with date time because it doesn't matter, and it's just it's gonna dump in the database that way, so whatever. Really should just be a day only. Don't care about the time. Is in SQL, can we do that though? Get out of here. The data types. You can do so you can do a date or a date time too. This date time messed up. Let's look into the SQL date. Year, month, day. I think we're okay because we don't care about yield times. It's always in the future. And the daytime too is year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds, and you can put nanoseconds if you're a freak, but obviously daytime too is does start the date kind of separately. Well, that's just the default. The year range is 1582 to 9999. Wait. Where did they say that? Let's see, you can do 01001 9999. But they limit you to 1582, which is kind of a weird number by some math of bytes, but they seem to not put that restriction in daytime too. Well, I have to go with date because that's what we need. We need to make it complicated. Date. Oh, let's get the switch over that code. The Ko-Fi bot chimed in. Okay. Do we need a title? Not really. We just need to go for goal. Whoops. We clicked out of it. Wow, I'm messing it all up there. We're not gonna call it notes, we're gonna call it summary. Do that. And some like debugging type stuff. There we go. Just for some extra info. Let me see if I can. Trying to find another project I can use to as an example, so I make sure I'm doing this great. But my latest stuff is just on my laptop. We're gonna boot that boy up. Let's try to avoid that because it makes a little bit of noise. Need that mouse. I don't know if where put the mouse. It's right there. I have another mouse for it because it's easier. Obviously, you're not seeing this. It's kind of boring, but doing that here. Let's see. Just be in there. What the heck am I putting that stuff at? I don't know why I did use this folder, but okay. Throw this on the NAS so I can get to it. File copy, go burr. Alright. I can get out of this computer. There we go. It's copied. And all I gotta do is go back here. Projects. There we go. So popcorn press is what? The one of the projects I was building. Got some things done here. Obviously a lot of tables and store procedures, access data. It's all already started, but then we have a lot of our other work already done, so we're gonna steal some of this for this new project because I need it over here. What are you doing? Stop that. So one of our first things we need to steal is the dependencies. Trying to limit them. Because the framework's now pretty separated, we have to do a few things, and then this, so it's just makes it easier. So NOID to make IDs that are crazy but not crazy, URL friendly, everything. We need Dapper because that makes it easy. SQL client. And we need these two. Now we can talk to the database. That's all we needed there. Well, the problem is those are 9. I guess it's fine. It goes to done at 8, which is what we're using. So let's go ahead and add. I don't want a folder anyway. Do I want it in SQL folder or do I just want data access? Let's go data access. We're not going to do this in some other link, you know, some other thing. And this is a pretty quick steal. Just needs to also get out of the way. Get the easings in here. There you are, now you're happy. Now we can connect to your Dapper. Just get everything. Obviously this is reusing code, some whatever. There we go. Now we're gonna kind of steal some stuff from a post. Data access that I made. And then modify it up because none of this is gonna work. Kind of want this to be a model. Wait, what are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Stop trying to be helpful. Really trying to be helpful, isn't it? We're just gonna go ahead and do that. Search it. Search and replace it. Now it's happy. Get days. Kind of gets them all. Get latest, limit it. Yeah, that's usually what you want to do. We'll definitely make that one. Probably page him at some point. That's fine to keep that one. This one. We're obviously not going to get categories, but we are going to need a list of them. Okay, by date range. Page range. You don't need to add this because it's already going to be calling it by that, so. And this is going to be a I don't know if that's the best name for that, but that's what we're going with. So what's up, create a lot of this stuff, but we don't have that, but we do have a get by ID. We don't have slugs, but we do have get day. This is an end day. So we can quickly look them up by the day number. Why did you replace it? It did something weird there too. I don't know why. Oops. This is redundant. Not needed. Insert. You just need to call it insert. Should just be able to pass the dock in, right? I have slugs. So let's get our tool in here. A little bit of reusable code. Kind of feels stupid making something so simple, but it saves. We can do other things with it if we needed to. Plus, I don't want it to be one of size. Our normal crud. Okay, some different ways to get it. Get a page of them. Get a range. Obviously, we're not going to use this very often. This is probably what's going to get used a lot. Get the limit. Last 10 of them. I don't know why you need a range so much. Getting them by ID is obviously going to have a lot. Getting them by the date. That's what we need. We can get them by the date. Or a specific date. It's one by a specific date. I need that. There we go. Obviously, we have none of these stored procedures or the table yet. Well, we have the table. It's just not got anything in it. So let's add stored procedures. Organize those. And we'll add a div code to organize them even more further. And we'll create some of these tables. So let's start at the bottom since and this start easy part. Start procedure. Delete. Close you for now. Looks like I'm talking to myself, but okay. If you want me to talk to myself, join me on the live streams whenever that is. Whenever I get to it, I guess. Most days. I'll try to get a better schedule at some point, but for now it's whenever I get the chance to. It's a little later today. Because I was watching the series Silo on Apple TV. And then I got to the end of season 2 of what's released and got mad because it's not all there yet. I don't know if that's not the right thing. Start procedure. Day-to-day and ID, yes. That did not paste correctly. Just want one. This is really where it matters because this is actual the database we'll use. Date range. I haven't really done paging, so it'll be something to get more experience with. Why did it change so much? I should just call that get. Doesn't matter. Okay, those are there. Let's create the table. And we can kind of extract things from what's created. So this is an in char because of the fact that we don't change it. The new char, but it's always going to say characters. So, boom, there you go. And it can't be null because you gotta have one. And then let's get our model sitting next to us here. We have the day, and that's an int. That can't be null because it's always going to be a day. You don't care if it's pods that are negative. Date only. Date. Should always be setting the date. Have a goal. You should allow nulls because I'm not always gonna have one, but we're gonna give it a little more space. 200? $255? Let's look something up. I don't know if that's the correct question to ask. Approximately 250 to 300 words. What are you talking about, dude? That's for a double-spaced page. I guess that's one page typed. Probably not the question I was looking for. That's video sizes. It's about 250 characters. I guess I'm trying to avoid basically creating a tweet or a paragraph. I kind of want it to just be like a sentence, but it's kind of like a short description and what a sentence. It's what 75 to 100 characters and 15 to 20 words. Yeah, I don't want to read your blog. Kylan said yes, sentence should be type ideally contain 25 to 33 symbols. It's syllables and 75 to 100 characters. So this is why I like Brave search. I just give these generated answers. You don't have to go dig through all this stuff. This is kind of what we wanted. Obviously, we could have maybe come over to something else, like GitHub open chat. It gave us code. I don't. So yeah, that's counting characters. I misspelled sentence too. Okay. According to, I don't know, whatever chat, whatever GPT 4.0, whatever that's supposed to freaking mean. This tells you the same exact thing as we found in Brave, but Brave was easier. Well, maybe not unless you're already living in a Copilot world of asking it all your meaning of life, but alright, you can get out of here, Copilot. So let's cut this down to 100 characters because we wanted the goal to be a sentence, right? So it doesn't flood all over the place. We're gonna be generous though and do 150. I'll give myself 150. The result should also just be a sentence, so and it can be null because beforehand. So we're just gonna give 150 so we have a sentence, because the summary should be where I put more of the details of like what happened, but obviously we're making this up as we go along, so and you can be Max because you say whatever you want in there, and it could be HTML, markup, markdown, or whatever. And time created 8 times 7, 27, not null, and this one here, let me make sure I get it right. That's not the right one. System UTC date time. Why are you mad about it? Are you happy? What is your deal? Oh, I gotta have default. Okay, whatever. Yeah, time updated. can't be null because it's gonna have that. Should never be null anyway, but I don't care. Okay. Let's add one more thing at the end here, just because I want to keep track of this internally also. You can't. Boom. I do like the idea of it is deleted, but I also don't think that's a thing I need to make. Okay. It's actually quite a bit of progress. Let's see. We've been going for an hour. It's pretty good. No one's watching again, but you know, spitting into the wind, you know how it goes. I also don't say I'm an expert in all this stuff, but always learning, always creating new things. Every job you do, you learn something new. So by creating my own stuff, we learn new things. And I'm sure there's plenty of the tech bros that don't understand how to work on your own projects too. Some people just like only having someone tell you what to do. They're just in it for the money though, usually. Coffee's cold. Okay. So, now our table. Now our table, we have our model. We need to make our other SQL stuff. So I'm going to copy this. Open up Visual Studio Code. Not that one, but the other one. This one. New file. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, now. Oh my gosh, dude. Yes, it is. It is SQL. Good job. What? We want to go in here and do some multi-line editing. Get rid of our tabs. Extract out these. We'll get our types. Obviously, some of these we're gonna have to get rid of the crap. Get out of here. My mouse is doing something weird. Okay. Those are kind of the useful things we need to make. Now we have those. Get out of here. Mm. Okay. Now let's show this back. Now we can start making some of these. Start procedures. Just going to make sure we're doing it right by using some old ones I've already made. Yep. There you go. Actually helped us out quite a bit there. Probably not going to use delete hardly ever, but we need a way to delete. That's delete. How helpful do you think it's going to be? Wow, I didn't mean to hit tab there and it just did it. Now, most of this is correct because I just don't need no count on. So you want to update data code set, all this stuff. We don't actually need to send this one because that one gets auto. Time updated. Is going to be set by the system. Don't do an add. Okay. We got our where in there, so we don't update everything. So, I don't do update the ID. May update date, goal, result, summary, view count. It's pretty good. Just thinking about how the slug will be. It's gonna be year, month, day, the date, the ID. Obviously, when you're hitting it with the ID, you're more likely to be hitting it specifically for like editing purposes. But if you're getting it by the date, more of a oh, he should be linking it by the date. The day count is kind of arbitrary. We shouldn't really be counting that as a, but it is more of a user view, not a edit view. But so you may update the view count differently then. And I don't think you should be editing the view count here. Yeah, we'll tolerate it. Because the view can be something that you either reset or you just let it count. What happens with if you're in here editing the summary and you get a new view on it? Fix this. Yeah, let's take the view count out. It's not something you should be updating. I think maybe we might add a reset, but kind of an internal tracker, not really a thing to post. It's not even that accurate because if you refresh the page, you're not technically. Are you technically a new view? Don't worry about it too much. Alright, there's update. Alright, so the ID you create, the date you create, the day, goal, result, summary. Those are all things you do create. You AI. It's not even AI. Thanks, chatbot. Copilot. Insert into database ID, day, date. I have to change these because those are keywords for. Enter time created, time updated are automatically created with the insert. Okay. We'll see if these cause problems. If they do, then we'll go ahead and replace them with, I don't know, something else. I like to make these as easy. Read. Did I just mess up? No. already know the ID, but we'll return it. A count. Yep, that looks good. And I gotta figure out this mouse click thing. Nothing, no parameters. Clean it up a little way I like it. Let's see, that gets us all of them, which could be kind of a big thing to do, so. Look at that clicking, look at it, it's being like weird. I don't know why it doesn't seem to know how to do that, but here. Okay, selecting one from where the date is that. Did I make unique? There we go. We don't really want that. We want to go by the okay. Right spot for it. Probably not. Let's check our old stuff. I don't actually have. That's funny. I made one and the limit is Hmm. It's funny. And my mouse is really being jank. Oh, I forget my limits now. Come on. I don't remember that. It's been a while since I used limits. Top. Hmm. I don't really want the top. I want the... Is it the top? Is it the top? But then... You want to order them by date descending. Right. Does it really need this? It's mad otherwise. Well, we'll see if this is correct. I think it's right. Because it should order them, then give us the top limit. Should we go by date or day? Be good. That's good enough. about calling it a date. We just want to call it a start and an end. I think that's right. Yes, let's go at the end there. Not. Let's see if it will figure out our paging. This is where I'm not sure because I haven't done a lot of paging. But I kind of trust that because it's kind of what was shown in a different one I have, so. Okay, and that should be all our store procedures. It's actually a pretty good chunk of stuff done for this part, for the database part. Let's see. Let's create a test array initialization. Post deployment. That's what we want. Let's put that in there. Script. Post deployment. You only get one of those, so you don't get a 1. Keep some coverage in here. There we go. Visual Studio trying to be too helpful. I like the way I did this in this, so we're gonna go with it. Did it take off one of my things? What you being a loser? Insert into data code ID day. Oh, day is not a string. ID is a ID day date. Or the day, year, month, day, right? So year, month, day, 31. I'm not seeing a reason why I should be mad. Oh, because it's missing values, that's why. Yeah. Okay. It's kind of one person site. I just realized that it's not a multi-person site. Take a lot more to make it multi-person. You always have to have the user ID plus a lot of things like the date. It's kind of for me only. Whoever wants to run it themselves, so they'd have their own instance. So that's our database, I think. Publish. That's right. I have a database server running, but let's just run it on local. Should local database is running. Should, because I found it. Of course not. Database doesn't exist. Yes, because I hasn't made it yet. I do that? No, not the other one. Okay. You want to go to 19? Yes. I didn't save it, did I? Generating. Alright, there you go. No issues. Alright. Publish. Green check marks. Cool. Let's your code tables. There's our table. New data. -1. The test data. There we go. That's a problem. Well, not for, because it's UTC, it doesn't matter, but I wish I could do it based on system time, not based on UTC for creating these. because you might not be in UTC, but you might still have time left in your day. Okay. There's our database. That's pretty good. Pretty good run there. So, going up on 2 hours. I think we're gonna call that our day 0 in our database. Got our database. We have our data access. We have our model. I guess these can be nulls. It can be null, so empty or null. Don't get mad if you don't have a goal that day. You always will have an ID though, so it can't be null. Pretty good. Alright, so we have model, a database. It's running on locally, obviously, but to start, let's go ahead and add this to our Where's my other Visual Studio code? This one. There it is. Make this one visible to you all. All right. We'll have to transfer this stuff into our new system when we get it, but hey. I don't know why it's placing over it. So our goal tomorrow is to make so tomorrow we want to get it to display it. So the result was awesome. Thanks for the follow. It's kind of interesting it doesn't show anybody else watching, but Anna7634 followed. Made me jump a little in my own little world here, talking to myself. Okay, so we'll update our goal and results. Finish this. So this is how it created. Okay, yeah, these are pretty quick little things. What did we learn? What did we learn? It's got more practice. Let's spell it right. More practice. That was what we learned. I don't know if it's learned. Did I put learned in the database? I'm all questioning that. We have results and summary. Now I'm gonna have to go back and do that. Okay, there's our goal tomorrow. Summary. Shoot for 2 hours. I think that good little summary. Test data. There we go. Oh, there we go. I can see Anna's trying to sell art services. Right now we're focusing on code, so kind of slow on the chat there. Because we were typing. Okay, so The learned part, I'm still mixed about. So you kind of have the summary that takes care of what you learned or did. Give you more description. So, you may be adding it. Question marking that one. So we might add learned. I know I talked about it kind of like it's in your summary. So if your summary has it, then do you need a learned? I'm not sure. I felt redundant typing this out because I just told you what I did, and then I told you more exactly what I did as like paragraph. So probably just stick to taking off learned, but that'll be okay. Okay. But tomorrow, let's get some displaying the database on the web page. We might not add this, and we might. Let's add another secondary question mark here. Maybe the insert page. Hopefully I kind of figure out the login, but that's kind of a secondary thing. You gotta be able to view and edit first. And we'll figure out whether or not you're logged in. But I should only have one login, mine. Can just disable logins after or creates after I make it. Might also take out the identity stuff and roll my own. I don't know. It is a single account kind of thing. You need that web interface available to you wherever so you can update your site. I don't know. We'll see. But I think that's it's gonna be a good wrapping spot for day 0, January 1st. Happy New Year. I think we made some good progress. Got the database created for a day of code. Each day, it's worth of notes. Got something created. And explain what's going on, so that should be good. Thanks for watching.